Don't shoot me.
3.
You're too late.
What do you know, a greedy pirate?
No!
Little low.
Lights out!
Mi dueño.
Hold up!
We're on the way. It's a miracle.
Got a plane.
No, I can't believe it.
Nothing here.
Not to you.
You got it. Go, go, go.
Come on. Go.
I belong here.
There's no...
Girl!
God, she won't leave.
Ryan die. Let's do it.
How did 2? Again. Continue.
Do that again, I'll kill you.
Sánchez, no le hace, no hay nadie aquí, mira.
Bonita, un beso.
Hey, that's what he want.
10 minutes.
Stand him up. Didn't have this Kevlar vest. You're instant. No, you're a lucky man.
Tough guy. Look. That's the break. Do you understand me? Yep. Damn, that thing's loud. What happened to you? Get my rifle, let's go.
What's this?
Morning.
You can't succeed without me.
I had... No!
Your lucky ring.
Perdóname! Said we're dead with an accent. It's American disease. What? Blow it!
Load of fucking buildings!
Cut my girl off! Come on! It's too heavy! Give me it! Wait. Go! Got it!
Hey guys, today we're diving headfirst into the explosive world of The Expendables from 2010. This movie is basically a love letter to 80s and 90s action films, starring a who's who of muscles, moxie, and a surprising amount of plot. We kick things off in the choppy waters off Somalia, where a group of heavily armed pirates have taken some poor souls hostage on a cargo ship. It's exactly the kind of mess our titular heroes, a band of grizzled mercenaries, live to clean up. The tension is thick enough to cut with one of Lee Christmas's knives, and believe me, he has many. If you like this sneak peek, hit the like button and subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel and let me know you want more.
I never really thought you were old.
Got it. No! Go stop! Dude.
I would have went.
Whatever doesn't kill you, it makes you strong.
You know what?
I love poetry.
Beat me.
The Expendables, led by the stoic Barney Ross, expertly navigate the treacherous decks. We're talking stealth so smooth you'd think they were ninjas if they weren't all built like refrigerators. Yin Yang, our resident martial arts master, is a blur of motion, while Toll Road and Hail Caesar, the team's heavy hitters, position themselves for maximum impact. The silence is deafening, punctuated only by the creak of the ship and the distant shouts of the unsuspecting pirates. It's a masterclass in controlled chaos, where every movement is precise, every breath held, as they get into position to unleash hell. The air hums with anticipation, not unlike waiting for your coffee machine to finally brew on a Monday morning. Except, with more automatic weapons. Then all hell breaks loose. The metallic clang of weapons, the thunderous crack of gunfire, and the guttural shouts of men echo across the ship. Barney Ross is a whirlwind of precision, his custom revolver barking out rounds with a concussive thud that would make lesser men flinch. Lee Christmas, true to his name, delivers lethal gifts with his razor-sharp knives, each throw a silent, deadly whisper, each close quarters stab a sickening crunch. Yin Yang is a whirlwind of furious fists and feet, every strike landing with a visceral impact, a testament to his lightning-fast reflexes. It's less a fight and more a symphony of destruction, orchestrated by men who've clearly majored in blowing stuff up and minored in looking cool doing it. Pirates are dropping faster than my New Year's resolutions, but wait, there's a hitch. Gunnar Jensen, the team's loose cannon, decides to go rogue, prioritizing collateral damage over human lives. He starts indiscriminately mowing down pirates, even when it puts the hostages squarely in the line of fire. Barney, ever the moral compass, or at least the slightly less morally ambiguous compass, has to step in. A short, sharp confrontation, a powerful punch to the face that reverberates like a small earthquake, and Gunnar is temporarily out of commission. It's a brutal reminder that even in a team of hardened killers, there are lines you just don't cross, especially when innocent lives are hanging in the balance. The crack of Barney's fist connecting with Gunnar's jaw is a sound that screams loyalty over mayhem, at least for a minute. With the hostages secured and Gunnar safely subdued, the team makes a hasty retreat. They leap onto their waiting helicopter, a trusty airborne workhorse. As they ascend into the sky, a series of preset charges detonates, turning the pirate ship into a magnificent, fiery spectacle. The concussive blast ripples through the air, sending debris flying in a glorious, slow-motion ballet of destruction. It's the kind of exit that leaves a lasting impression, proving that the Expendables don't just solve problems. They make sure those problems stay solved, preferably with a theatrical bang. Imagine going to a dinner party and leaving with a similar level of flair. People would never forget you. Probably wouldn't invite you back either, but hey, details. Back home, or what passes for it, the guys head to Tool's tattoo parlor, a sanctuary of ink, muscle, and surprisingly deep thoughts. Tool, played by the legendary Mickey Rourke, isn't just a tattoo artist. He's the team's confidant, their moral sounding board, and arguably their therapist, all wrapped up in a leather apron. The air hums with the low buzz of tattoo machines, a strangely soothing counterpoint to the recent explosions. They share stories, trade sarcastic jabs, and nurse their bruises. It's a glimpse into the brotherhood that binds these men, reminding us that even hardened killers appreciate a good laugh and a philosophical pondering or two about life, death, and the best way to get bloodstains out of tactical gear. Tool's tales are often haunting, giving a glimpse into the cost of their violent lives. Meanwhile, Lee Christmas isn't just a knife-throwing virtuoso. He's also dealing with some serious relationship drama. We see him with his girlfriend, Lacey, and it's clear things are strained. His dangerous lifestyle, his constant disappearances, and the unspoken weight of his work are taking a toll. It's a rare moment of vulnerability for a character who usually communicates with sharp objects, showing us that even the most hardened mercenary has a soft spot, or at least a complicated one. This scene provides a stark contrast to the earlier explosions, grounding the narrative in something a little more, human. Imagine trying to explain, "Honey, I was just saving hostages from pirates," to your significant other. Tough sell. A new job comes calling, and it's from a shadowy figure known only as Mr. Church, played by the one and only Bruce Willis. He's the kind of guy who sounds like he knows secrets you didn't even know existed. Church, Barney, and Lee meet in a dimly lit, nondescript office. The kind of place where you just know shady deals go down. Church offers them a highly classified, near impossible mission. Overthrow a ruthless dictator on the island nation of Vilena. The catch? The pay is astronomical, but the risks are even higher. It's less a job offer and more an ominous invitation to a very dangerous party. The air crackles with unspoken threats and the promise of brutal violence, because that's what these guys do best, obviously. Barney and Lee, ever the dynamic duo, head off to Vilena for a recon mission. Their mode of transport? A cool seaplane, because apparently even mercenaries appreciate a good aesthetic. As they approach the island, the vibrant blue waters contrast sharply with the grim reality on the ground. Vilena is a poverty-stricken nation, controlled with an iron fist by General Garza. The streets are patrolled by heavily armed soldiers, and the faces of the villagers are etched with fear and desperation. It's a sobering scene, far removed from the thrill of the fight, reminding our heroes that their actions have real-world consequences, beyond just a fat paycheck. This isn't just about the money. It's about liberating people from a truly terrible situation. A classic setup where the bad guy is really bad. During their recon, Barney spots Sandra, a brave local woman who is actively and dangerously trying to help her people. She's a stark contrast to the brutal regime, a beacon of hope in a land choked by oppression. Barney, despite his hardened exterior, is clearly struck by her courage and conviction. He sees something in her that stirs his own dormant sense of justice. Something beyond the usual mercenary drive. She's not a damsel in distress. She's a fighter, and that resonates with him. This connection adds a layer of emotional depth to the otherwise action-packed narrative, proving that even a man made of granite can have his heartstrings plucked, however slightly. We then get a closer look at General Garza, played with chilling conviction, and it's clear he's not just a dictator. He's a puppet. The real power behind the throne is James Monroe, an ex-CIA operative turned drug kingpin, who's using Garza to control the island's lucrative cocaine trade. Monroe, accompanied by his muscle, Payne, is a truly despicable villain, making Garza seem like a mere thug in comparison. The general's pronouncements are met with terrified silence from the villagers, who know that dissent means death. The brutality is palpable, the heavy weight hanging in the tropical air, making it clear that these aren't just bad guys. They're the kind of pure evil that requires a specialized kind of response. Like, say, a team of Expendables, their recon mission quickly devolves into a desperate firefight. Garza's soldiers, alerted to their presence by Payne, ambush Barney and Lee, turning their stealth mission into a frantic scramble for survival. The rapid crackle of assault rifles and the heavy thud of impacts around them create a symphony of danger. Barney and Lee, despite being heavily outnumbered, demonstrate their unparalleled combat skills, moving with a fluid, deadly grace. They dispatch soldiers with brutal efficiency. The sickening crunch of bones and the wet thud of bodies hitting the ground almost drowned out by the constant barrage of gunfire. It's a close call, but they manage to escape, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake, which, let's be honest, is their specialty. As they make their escape, bullets splash around their seaplane like angry hornets, kicking up water and threatening to turn their getaway vehicle into Swiss cheese. Barney, a pilot as skilled as he is a gunslinger, manages to get the plane airborne just in the nick of time, soaring away from the furious dictator's reach. The roar of the engine as they leave the island behind is a loud exhale of relief, though the tension still hangs heavy in the cockpit. They've seen enough to confirm the mission's grim necessity, and the fight is far from over. This quick exit ensures they live to fight another day. But the narrow escape reinforces just how dangerous this particular job is, even for seasoned professionals. Back at the parlor, Barney is visibly shaken by what he witnessed in Vilena, particularly by Sandra's plight. He confides in Toole, wrestling with the moral ambiguity of their work and the human cost. Toole, in turn, shares a haunting story from his own past, a tale of a woman he failed to save, a mistake that still weighs heavily on his soul. The conversation is raw and emotional, revealing the deep scars beneath the hardened exteriors of these men. It's a powerful moment of reflection, reminding them that their actions carry significant weight, and that sometimes, just sometimes, a paycheck isn't enough motivation. It's a subtle nod to the idea that even these action heroes have feelings, though they'd probably punch you if you said it out loud. Christmas's personal life takes a turn for the worse when he discovers Lacey has been physically abused by her new boyfriend, who turns out to be one of Payne's goons. This revelation ignites a ferocious anger in Lee, a quiet fury that boils over into explosive action. He tracks down the abusers to a basketball court and unleashes a barrage of brutal, precise strikes, each punch, kick, a knife throw delivered with a visceral crack and sickening thud that resonates with his controlled rage. It's a spectacular display of his lethal skills, driven by a protective instinct and a genuine desire for justice, albeit a very violent one. No one hurts his girl and gets away with it, not on his watch, or his knives for that matter. Haunted by Sandra's image and Toole's cautionary tale, Barney makes a solo decision. He's going back to Vilena. This isn't for Church's money, or even for glory. It's a personal crusade, a rare flicker of pure altruism in his mercenary heart. He prepares his gear, his face set with grim determination, the weight of the mission heavy on his shoulders. He knows it's a suicide mission, but some things are worth fighting for, even dying for. The metallic clink of his gear as he readies himself is the sound of a man embracing his destiny, or at least a really dangerous detour. It's like when you decide to do that one chore you've been putting off for weeks, but instead of cleaning the garage, it's liberating an entire country. But Barney isn't alone for long. True to their unbreakable bond, the rest of the Expendables show up, fully armed and ready for war. They didn't need an invitation. They just knew their leader was walking into hell, and they weren't about to let him do it alone. The roar of their vehicles, the familiar faces, and the casual, unspoken understanding that passes between them highlight the deep loyalty and camaraderie that defines this crew. They are a family, albeit a highly dysfunctional one that expresses affection through heavy weaponry and shared explosions. The crackle of their comms as they coordinate their final approach is a promise of utter devastation for anyone standing in their way. It's a beautiful moment of brotherhood, wrapped in bulletproof vests. The Expendables launched their full-scale assault on Garza's compound, and it's a masterclass in controlled chaos. Toll Road, the team's demolition expert, sets off a series of perfectly timed explosions, breaching the compound walls with a concussive blast that shakes the very ground. Debris flies, dust billows, and the deafening roar of the explosions signals that the cavalry has arrived, and they're not asking nicely. The initial breach is a spectacle of fiery destruction, designed to disorient the enemy and create entry points for the team. It's like watching a perfectly choreographed fireworks display, if the fireworks were made of C4 and designed to destroy things. The metallic screech of splintering metal and crumbling concrete is the soundtrack to their entrance. Once inside, it's an absolute maelstrom of bullets, fists, and pure fury. Gunnar Jensen, back in the fold and unleashing his full, unbridled aggression, wields his heavy machine gun with gleeful abandon, a torrent of lead ripping through the air with a sustained roar. Soldiers dropped like flies, their desperate cries swallowed by the thunderous cacophony of war. Hail Caesar provides additional heavy fire, his enormous frame a formidable presence as he mows down anything that moves. The metallic clang of expended shell casings hitting the ground forms a percussive rhythm to the slaughter. It's a relentless, high-octane ballet of destruction, leaving no doubt that these guys are here to finish what they started, and they brought all the toys. Barney and Lee Christmas operate as a perfectly synchronized unit, a deadly dance of two men who anticipate each other's moves. Barney's accurate pistol shots crack through the air, finding their marks with sickening thuds, while Lee's knives fly with impossible speed and precision, each one a silent, lethal messenger. They clear corridors with surgical efficiency, their movements fluid and economic, leaving a trail of unconscious or very, very deceased soldiers in their wake. The shouts of the enemy are quickly silenced, replaced by the heavy thud of bodies hitting the ground. It's a testament to years of fighting side by side, a bond forged in countless battles, proving that sometimes two highly skilled individuals are more dangerous than an entire army. Amidst the gunfire and explosions, Yin Yang, with his unmatched martial arts prowess, moves like a human tornado. He disarms, disables, and destroys opponents with a blur of precise strikes, kicks, and throws. The sharp crack of bones, the soft thud of bodies, and the whoosh of his movements are a brutal symphony, a stark contrast to the percussive chaos of the firearms. His fighting style is efficient and deadly, proving that sometimes the most effective weapon is a finely tuned human body. He's a one-man wrecking crew, making short work of anyone foolish enough to get within arm's reach. You almost feel bad for the poor goons who thought they could take him on in a fistfight. Almost toll road. Our resident explosion enthusiast continues his artistic endeavors, strategically placing charges that unleash concussive blasts, tearing apart enemy defenses, and creating tactical pathways for the team. The ground trembles with each detonation, the air thick with the smell of smoke and pulverized concrete. He's not just blowing things up, he's crafting a path of destruction, ensuring maximum impact with every boom. The sheer power of the explosions is visceral, shaking the very foundations of the compound and causing a deafening roar that momentarily drowns out everything else. It's like watching a very enthusiastic kid in a sandbox. If the sandbox was a military compound and the sand was, well, still sand, but now it's exploding. Safely, of course. Meanwhile, the stakes are ratcheted up even further as Sandra is captured and brought before Garza and Monroe. Her defiant spirit is still there, but her fear is palpable. Monroe, reveling in his villainy, mocks her, making it clear that she's merely a pawn in his game. Garza, caught between Monroe's orders and a burgeoning sense of conscience, is clearly conflicted, but ultimately his fear of Monroe overrides any moral qualms. The tension is thick, the air heavy with threats, and the chilling realization that our heroes are running out of time. The muffled pleas of Sandra and the smug laughter of Monroe are a jarring contrast to the external battle, highlighting the personal peril. Barney finally comes face to face with Payne, Monroe's hulking enforcer, and it's a clash of titans. This isn't a graceful martial arts display. This is a brutal, bone-crunching brawl, two unstoppable forces colliding. The sickening thud of punches connecting with flesh, the guttural grunts of exertion, and the shattering of nearby objects create a visceral soundtrack to their duel. It's a fight for survival, each man pushing the other to their absolute limits, leaving no room for finesse, only raw, unadulterated power. The struggle is intense, a testament to both men's incredible resilience and strength. You can almost feel the impact of every blow, making you wince, and maybe even check your own jaw. Just in case. While Barney is busy with Payne, Lee Christmas once again proves why he's the team's resident knife expert. He moves with breathtaking speed, a blur of motion as he dispatches enemy soldiers with a flurry of thrown knives, each one finding its mark with a silent, deadly efficiency. The whoosh of the blades through the air and the soft thud as they embed themselves in targets are the only sounds accompanying his deadly dance. He's an artist of annihilation, turning every encounter into a masterclass in precision and swift elimination. It's almost elegant in a terrifying kind of way. He makes it look so easy, you almost want to try it at home. Don't. Seriously, don't. It never ends well. The entire team comes together, a well-oiled machine of destruction, coordinating their attacks with seamless precision. Gunner lays down heavy cover fire. Hail Caesar provides suppressive blasts, while Yin Yang moves between them, clearing close-quarters threats. The deafening roar of overlapping gunfire, the crash of explosives, and the guttural shouts of battle merge into a symphony of controlled chaos. They are an unstoppable force, a whirlwind of muscle, bullets, and tactical genius, overwhelming Garza's remaining forces with brutal efficiency. There's a palpable sense of satisfaction watching them work, knowing that these guys, despite their often gruff demeanor, are truly excellent at what they do. And what they do isn't very nice, but boy, is it effective. Cornered and facing total defeat, General Garza makes a desperate last stand, seizing a heavy weapon and unleashing a furious barrage of fire. His movements are wild, fueled by fear and a futile hope, but it's clear his reign is over. The frantic rattle of his machine gun and the frustrated shouts from his lips are the dying gasps of a dictator whose time has run out. The Expendables, however, are relentless, systematically dismantling his defenses and closing in. It's a sad, brutal end for a man who chose the wrong side, a tragic figure caught between a powerful drug lord and a team of unstoppable mercenaries. Not exactly a choice between two equally appealing dessert options. Seeing his empire crumble around him, James Monroe, the true villain of our story, descends into panicked desperation. He attempts a frantic escape, scrambling through the chaos of the collapsing compound, his usual smug arrogance replaced by sheer terror. The frantic scurry of his feet and his gasping breaths are a far cry from his earlier composure. The Expendables, however, are not about to let him slip away, a pursuit relentless and unwavering. They're like a pack of wolves closing in on their prey, ensuring that the architect of Vilena's misery faces the consequences of his actions. It's a satisfying sight, seeing the big bad guy finally sweat. Barney Ross, in a climactic confrontation, finally catches up to Monroe. There's no grand monologue, no drawn-out dialogue, just a swift, decisive act of justice. The crack of Barney's fist, the visceral impact, and the sudden, definitive silence that follows speak volumes. Monroe's reign of terror is unequivocally over, brought to an abrupt and satisfying end by the man who brought the Expendables to Vilena. It's a moment of grim satisfaction, a quiet victory in a sea of explosions, proving that sometimes actions speak louder than words, especially when those actions involve a well-placed punch. The feeling of vindication is palpable, a heavy sigh of relief for the oppressed. With Monroe neutralized and Garza defeated, the Expendables ensure there's nothing left for anyone to reclaim. The entire compound, riddled with meticulously placed explosives by Toll Road, erupts in a final cataclysmic crescendo of fire and rubble. The ground beneath them trembles, the air is torn apart by deafening roars, and a towering mushroom cloud of smoke and flame ascends into the sky. It's a spectacular, fiery farewell, a testament to the team's philosophy. When they finish a job, they leave no doubt. The sheer scale of the destruction is awe-inspiring, a fitting end to a nest of villainy. You can almost feel the heat radiating from the screen, an undeniable force of nature. Amidst the chaos and crumbling infrastructure, Barney makes sure Sandra is safely extracted, fulfilling the unspoken promise he made to himself. Their interaction is brief but profound, a quiet moment of connection amidst the explosions. He hands her a bag of money, Monroe's ill-gotten gains, to help rebuild Vilena, a gesture that speaks louder than any dialogue. The team then boards their plane, leaving the destroyed compound behind, the sound of the engines a comforting hum after the incessant roars of battle. It's a poignant departure as the island begins its slow, arduous journey towards recovery, a small victory in a world full of big problems. The dust settles, but the memory of the fight remains. On the flight home, the Expendables are a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. They joke, they laugh, and they share war stories, the familiar banter a comforting counterpoint to the recent bloodshed. The camaraderie is palpable, a shared understanding forged in fire and loyalty. They are a family, a group of misfits and killers who found their purpose and each other in the brutal world of mercenary work. The metallic hum of the plane's engines and the clink of celebratory drinks are the sounds of victory, hard-won and deeply appreciated. It's a welcome wind-down after all the explosions, showing that even the toughest guys need to decompress and enjoy a good laugh with their chosen family. Back on the mainland, Barney has one last quiet moment watching Sandra from a distance. Seeing her begin the arduous task of rebuilding Vilena, there's a faint smile on his face, a rare display of contentment for the grizzled mercenary. He knows his path isn't one of domestic bliss, but he's left a spark of hope behind, a chance for a better future. The quiet hum of the departing aircraft and the gentle rustle of the wind are the only sounds accompanying his contemplative gaze. It's a testament to the idea that even those who live by the sword can sometimes plant the seeds of peace, however indirectly. A bittersweet ending, but one filled with the promise of renewal. As for the Expendables, their mission accomplished, their bond reaffirmed, they simply ride off into the sunset on their motorcycles, a true picture of grizzled, triumphant badassery. The roar of their engines fades into the distance, leaving us with the indelible image of a team that, despite their flaws, always delivers. This film isn't just about explosions and muscles. It's about loyalty, redemption, and finding your purpose, even if that purpose involves a whole lot of firepower. It's a reminder that sometimes the only way to tackle the world's biggest problems is with a band of brothers who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. It leaves us with a thoughtful pause, knowing that while violence often begets more violence, sometimes it's the only way to clear a path for something truly good to grow. The future is uncertain, but one thing's for sure. The Expendables will be ready for it.
Don't shoot me.
3.
You're too late.
What do you know, a greedy pirate?
No!
Little low.
Lights out!
Mi dueño.
We're on the way. It's a miracle.
Got a plane.
No, I can't leave
Up in here.
it. Not with you.
You got it. Go, go, go.
I belong here.
No.
Girl.
God, she wouldn't leave.
Ryan die. Let's do it.
How did two?
Again. Continue.
Do that again, I'll kill you.
That's good.
My turn.
Shit.
No le hace, no hay nadie aquí, mira. Bonita, me un beso.
Wait, that's what he want.
10 minutes.
Damn! Stop him!
Stand him up. You didn't have this Kevlar vest. You're instant. No, you're a lucky man.
Tough day. Look.
Catch the break.
Do you understand me?
Yep.
Damn, that thing's loud. What happened to you? Get my rifle, let's go.
What's this?
Morning.
You can't succeed without me.
I am. No!
Your lucky ring.
Perdóname. Said we're dead with an accent. It's American disease. What? Blow it!
Load of fucking buildings!
Cut my girl off! Come on! It's too heavy! Give me it! Wait! No! Got it!
Shut up. I'd have paid you to surrender to the agency. Why you wanted me out? Why? Because what about me and you? So why the hell did you come after me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I can't. You've done so much.
I promise I'll always be around. You too. Bye.
I never really thought you.
Got it. No! Don't stop!
Good.
I would have went.
Whatever doesn't kill you, it makes you strong.
You know what?
I love poetry.
Beat me.